Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Shaylin and I own Ollie's Crochet, where we sell patterns, plushies, and more. Today is Friday, so we only have like 2.5 days to film. So we're gonna do some quick plushie updates, and I'm also gonna show you guys what I'm currently working on. So if you guys saw last week's video, you know that I'm working on a custom order for a bunch of different foods, and I am almost done with it. I've also been posting almost every single day on my Instagram a daily update of each food that I make that day, because I've been making one food a day at least. So I'm gonna update you guys and show you where I'm at with those foods here. So last week I made, I believe, 4 of the foods. One of them I don't remember if I showed you or not, but I'm gonna show you now. So for the first part, I made 3 strawberries. Then I made a banana. This one comes out of the peel, which is super fun. I made a corn, and this one comes out of the husk as well. And I also made a burrito. All of these pieces come out of the tortilla. So the strawberry and banana worked out perfect because I actually had to make those already for a partnership that I was working on with Little Spoon. So with that partnership, I also crocheted a smoothie pouch. I just finished this one up a couple days ago, and I'm gonna be posting the partnership with them soon, which this was super fun to make. It was really cute, and I'm gonna give it to my daughter as a plushie because she loves their foods anyway. So this is gonna be a fun little thing for when she's a little bit older and understands more that this is one of her smoothies as a toy. I thought that was super fun and adorable. So I was happy that this partnership worked out so perfectly because the plushies already had a secondary purpose, whether it was a custom order, and this one is literally going to be a plushie that my daughter can play with one of her favorite foods. Speaking of my daughter, she's walking away. Got her. When I'm standing up recording, because my husband works, she usually sits at my feet and plays, and then I crochet in her playpen, but right now, she's just wanting to run away. Oh my goodness. Olivia! This is just turning into a game for her, so I'm gonna hold on to her for now. But I want to go ahead and show you guys some of the other plushies that I made. She wanted to get down now, so we're just rolling with the punches. But I want to show you some of the other plushies I made, and they are very cute. So the first one is the pink sprinkled donut. This has little red sprinkles on it, which is what the customer wanted. It was based off a TikTok video that I will put in the description again, but I put in the description for last week. So this is the only one that I used a pattern for. It is by Rose and Lily Amigurumi, and it is free on their website. This one was very fun to make, and it worked up surprisingly quickly. I thought it would take a lot longer than it did, and it was so fast, maybe an hour in total. I also made 2 chocolate chip cookies. I think these are cute. They're like the perfect size as a real cookie. So 2 of these little chunks. And then I made 2 fried eggs. These ones I like a lot too. I've made fried eggs in the past. When I first started crocheting, I actually used to make these all the time as keychains, and I sold them for I think $5 or $10. I don't really remember, but I made these and I sold them pretty often. They had, I think, little faces on them that I would put on the yoke if I remember correctly. But yeah, so that was kind of nostalgic, brought back some memories with making these again. So that was a lot of fun. But these also I freehanded. And I freehanded absolutely everything except the donut, which I was very proud of, because when you get a large custom order with a bunch of different things, it can be kind of daunting to know, like, I'm gonna have to buy a lot of patterns potentially, and that definitely cuts into the profit of the order. But thankfully they were all pretty simple designs that I could just make myself, and now I'm confident that I could just make these all and maybe write down my own pattern. I don't think I would ever sell them, but write them down to sell the same plushie on my website. I think these would be fun little things to sell and offer all these different foods. So the last thing that I'm making is 2 peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and we're gonna go ahead and crochet a little bit of that now. I wanted to hop on real quick to show you guys the plushie progress, or the peanut butter and jelly progress. So I have everything crocheted and done. I just need to weave in the ends. As you can see, there are quite a few. Normally weaving in ends is the worst part, but I don't think it's going to be that bad for this because they don't have to be perfect as far as the visual aspect, because the ends are going to be on the inside, so it shouldn't be too bad. But I'm going to show you guys what I made. I used Premier Basics for everything. So I made 4 pieces of bread. These came out super cute, and they just had the little crust on the outside. I made 2 peanut butters. I don't even know what I would call this. 2 peanut butter spreads, I guess. Yeah, that sounds right. So I made 2 peanut butter spreads. These ones I just crocheted to be about the same size as the bread slice, just a little bit smaller, and then I made it larger with the outer edges. The outer edges are not the same at all on either of them, which makes them more fun, I think. I just kind of did a bunch of single crochets, half double crochets, double crochets, slip stitches, just increases randomly. I did a crazy random stuff on the outside to make them different. Next, I made these little grape jellies. These are also, like I said, Premier Basics. The perfect color, and I'm so glad I submitted an order a couple months ago because I had 0 colored yarn left except for like neutrals and muted colors that I've had for years, and I like a lot of color, but I'm trying to use up my stash. So I ended up needing these for a pattern that I was going to write, which I'm going to be honest, I don't know if I'm still going to write it. It was for the Boo Babies, and I just don't have the motivation to do it, so I'm probably only going to do the pumpkin, and that's it for now. But anyway, off topic. I'm very glad that I had these colors because I would have had to do a separate yarn order for this entire order. I didn't have like any of these colors until I ordered from Premier recently. So it worked out perfectly, thank God. So this is how the sandwich should look together. Obviously it'll be neater when the ends are woven in. I think it'll be cute. The one thing I was a little worried about is the peanut butter and the crust being the same color. But I think that once the ends are in there neatly, it'll look good. I think it looks a lot like peanut butter and jelly. I think it's pretty obvious what it is, but I don't know, we'll see. I hope I like it because otherwise I'm gonna have to redo the crust in a different color on all 4 slices. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut this clip here, go ahead and weave in the ends and update you guys because she's just wanting to run around. So I'm gonna go play with her and weave in the ends and come back when I'm done. Hi guys, it is Saturday and right now it is 5:10 p.m. and this is the first time that I've sat down or had a moment to kind of sit aside and film today. My daughter has a tooth coming in like over here in her mouth, and it's only one single tooth, but it is bothering her a lot. So I just got her down for her first nap today. We've been awake since 7 a.m. and it is 5:10. So poor little sweet baby has just been a little fussy today, which is totally fine. Being a mom comes first to me, so I don't mind setting this aside a little bit. But now that she is asleep, I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys and chat a little bit, show you guys what I've been working on, and yeah. So first, I finished up the peanut butter and jellies. These came out very cute. I like them a lot, to the point where I think I'm gonna write up a little pattern for these. I'll probably do it for free on my Instagram and then $1 on Etsy. That's what I usually do with free patterns. You could purchase the PDF on Etsy for, like I said, only $1. It's really cheap, or on my website. But these are how they came out. I like them stacked. It looks like a little Scooby sandwich. But the yarn, because it is so plush and thick, Premier Basics, I didn't even have to stuff it. It just makes it so thick. It's perfect. They're the exact size of an actual peanut butter and jelly. Obviously, the jelly and peanut butter isn't sticking out like this, but this piece of bread, same size. So I want to make them as lifelike as I could. I really, really like them. I thought I was going to be a little bothered by the peanut butter and the crust being the same color, but I think it looks good. And I also think that peanut butter and crust in real life are the same color, so it didn't clash too much to me. I really, really am happy with these, and I want to make a lot more of these. I want to make this, like I said, a pattern, and I think it'd be so cute with little safety eyes and a little smile. That'd be adorable. So I think I'm going to do that in the very near future, so look forward to that. I want to show you all the foods together for this order. How fun is this? I think they all came out so good. The donut is massive, I know, but I really like it because it's hot pink. I think it just looks good. I don't know. I wanted that one to be a little bit bigger than normal, and I think it came out perfectly. I love all of these plushies so much. Look how cute they are. I mean, really, I would say the corn is pretty realistic. I think just the banana and the donut are huge, but everything else is pretty lifelike. Very happy with it all, and I definitely want to make these things a lot more and offer them on my website, maybe offer little food packs every once in a while, but yeah, happy with this order. I have 3 orders to pack up and get shipped out or dropped off or have local pickups, so I am going to pack everything up tomorrow. I'm working on the final plushie that I mentioned last video. That's going to be the caterpillar, so let me show you where I'm at with that. So this was for originally the Hungry Caterpillar, but we did change it, so it's going to be this. So far, it just looks like a bunch of little balls attached to one another. My daughter has a toy that's about this size and it's got like rattles in it. So I kind of modeled it off that. This is pretty much the exact same size, to be honest. But she said for the colors, just, she trusts me, do whatever I want. And because it's for a 1-year-old girl, or soon to be 1-year-old, I decided to do some little colorful ones. I know my daughter would love something like this, so this is perfect. I did make a mistake though by not stuffing it from the start, so it's gonna be a pain to stuff this. So I'm gonna have to do that before I close it off, because this red one is gonna be the last piece before I do the legs and antennas. And I'm also going to embroider the eyes because it is for an infant. I don't want any kind of choking hazard at all. So let's go ahead and finish up this plushie real quick. Like I said, I just freehanded this one. I went based off of my daughter's toy, so it was pretty easy to do. I don't know if I'll turn this into any kind of free pattern or not, I'm not too sure because I think there's patterns online that are about the same size and honestly the same concept. So I won't turn this into a free pattern because I feel like that would be kind of taking from other people's work and other people's patterns and ideas. But yeah, now that I think about it, I think Crochet Grove has a similar caterpillar that is significantly smaller, but you can kind of get the idea from it. And I think All From Jade has a similar caterpillar body style, which same thing, like I don't want to take from somebody else's crochet pattern, especially to make money or make a free version. I feel like it takes away from other artists, so that's something I try to steer clear from. So yeah, if you want a pattern similar to this, what I'll do is in the description I'll link people who have similar styles to this pattern, and that way you can support them instead of me taking somebody else's idea. Now the dreaded part, trying to get stuffing all the way to the bottom, and this thing is like over a foot long, so it was my own wrongdoing. I do this way more than I would like to admit, as if I'm not new. I don't know what technique this is, but okay, I'm gonna hop off and get back on when this is stuffed because it's gonna be a few minutes. Okay, ended up not being too bad. It was only like maybe 5 minutes total to stuff it, which is not horrible. I thought it was gonna be like a 15-minute long process, so I'm happy with that. So now I am just going to close off the plushie. Pretty much just have one more round to go, and I'm not using a stitch marker. I'm kind of just going to do decreases until it's small enough for me to just fasten it off and close it. And then the body, the part that takes the longest, is pretty much, well, not pretty much, it is done. So that's great. That's going to be, I think the last custom that I have to knock off my list was this one. If I remember correctly, I have to check back through my messages, but I know this one wasn't due until August, and this is for somebody local to me. They literally live like in a different neighborhood from me, but a minute or two from my house, which is just the craziest coincidence. So I am probably just gonna have my husband drop this off because of how close they are. And they're gonna have this way before the deadline, which I'm so glad about because I hate letting stuff sit and then the customer can be like waiting longer, getting antsy for their project, stuff like that. So I try not to do that. I try to get customs done as soon as possible. Okie doke, so this is the plushie so far. It's super cute. This is the head. It is slightly larger. This one I did an extra row of increases and then I decreased enough to make all of these the same size. So I'm very happy with how this turned out. Up next, I just got to do the antennas and the bobbles and then embroider the eyes. So because I didn't include the bobbles are for the feet and the antennas throughout the pattern. As I was making it, I'm gonna surface crochet everything on. So what I'm gonna do is, this is the bottom of the plushie because that's where the color changes are. So I'm gonna just surface crochet 2 antennas towards the top. For the antennas, I'm using this hot pink color. This is literally just enough yarn for the antennas because this is all I have left of this color. So I've got nothing, but I didn't want to do red because I already have red here, so I didn't want it to be clashy, I guess. But if I have to do red, if this isn't enough, then I will. I just don't want to. And then for the legs, I'm debating these 2 colors. I don't know which ones I'm gonna do. The only thing is that I'm thinking of this one instead is because this is Bernat and this is Premier, as you can see, and I want it to be consistent all the way through because Bernat is slightly more dense than Premier and it's a little bit harder to work with a 7mm hook in my opinion, and I don't know where my 8mm is, so we're probably gonna do this one. Also, I feel like the navy might clash a little bit too much with this dark purple, might blend, I don't know. In real life I think they look a lot more similar than they do on camera, so I think I'm gonna go with these ones. I think this looks better. We'll see. Just started pouring outside and it's still sunny, so it's a nice little sun shower, which I love sun showers. It reminds me of my mom, so it's very nice outside. I like that. I love the rain. Anywho, that just kind of put me in a better mood even. I wanted to show you guys real quick. I finished the antennas. I think these are really cute. I don't know why I love them. I think it adds a lot more to the plushie. I think they're very funny, and I won yarn chicken with this much yarn, so I'm gonna go play the lottery, and I always say if I win, I'm buying you all yarn, so let's hope I win. Anywho, these are the antennas. Very cute. I gotta do the eyes, but I have to find my black acrylic yarn. I like to embroider eyes. I hate embroidering eyes actually, but if I'm doing it, I'd like to do it in acrylic yarn. I feel like it holds up a little better and looks better because you have more control over the shape of it and the width of it, I guess. So I'm gonna use black acrylic for the eyes, I think, and then do the bobbles real quick. I'm gonna do 2 on the front of each one. I think would look correct, so let's do that. Okay, now that I'm looking at the yarn again, I think navy will look better because it'll stand out more and contrast a little bit more. I'm thinking this one will be too light and will clash with that purple down there at the bottom more than the navy does with this dark purple here. Does that make sense? Am I wrong? Or should I do red and not do legs on this one? Because I don't think the back one usually has legs. I'm gonna do red. That's what we're gonna do. Let's get to it and hope I don't hate it, because then I'm gonna have to redo every single bobble. Okay, same thing with stuffing. It's gonna take too long, so I will BRB and show you guys what it looks like. Good morning, everybody. Today is Sunday, and usually I don't film on Sundays. I like to spend my days editing on Sundays so that I can post Monday, but we're running behind schedule. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys a quick little update, and then something that I ordered for the business that's gonna be fun. It's a different kind of product that I'm gonna offer, and then we're gonna pack up some orders. So the first update, I finished the caterpillar last night. This is so cute. I really love how it came out. I love the antennas. Everything worked out perfectly as a little surface crochet method. I like the red a lot, and I'm so happy I went with red. And this is exciting, the embroidery didn't come out that bad. I'm actually really happy with it. I was scared I was gonna have to redo the eyes a million times until I was like content with them or happy with them. And I think they came out really cute the first try. I gave them little eyelashes. I'm usually very hard on myself with my work, but these I'm very, very happy with. I think it came out really cute, and it's the perfect size. Like I said, this is for a 1-year-old, and I feel like this is perfect for a little 1-year-old to snuggle, hold on to. It's not super heavy, maybe weighs like a pound or something, so it's pretty perfect, I think, for a gift for a 1-year-old. I'm very excited about it, and I love it so much. So I wanted to show you guys the update and the finished product. Next, if you guys saw my video last week, you know that I'm working on a blanket. This is not going to be a massive blanket. It's not a baby blanket either. It's more of a decorative piece, which I will finish this by the next video for sure, because I only have this much yarn left, and it's only being made out of 1 skein. So I'm not going to explain the meaning behind this blanket yet, but it is very sentimental. And next week when it's done, I'll go into the full detail, because the final detail and final piece will be attached to it, so I can explain exactly what it is, who it's for. So this is the project so far. I think it is working up beautifully. The ombre is beautiful, and it is coming out so nicely. Like I said, it is very small. It's just a decorative piece. I'll explain why it's so small next time, why I'm only sticking to the 1 skein and not expanding it, making it larger. But I really like how it's coming out. I'm very proud of it, because blankets are not something I make. They're not something I enjoy making, but this one has been fun. And for the border, so it's not just a plain straight edge like here, I'm doing just a little ruffle. By the ruffle, I'm doing 3 half double crochets times 2, and then 2 slip stitches, and that's how I'm doing this, if that makes sense. But yeah, I will show you the finished product for this next week, and I'm very excited for it, and I'll get it packed up next week. But for now, that's everything, so let's go ahead and pack up some orders. So this is the full order for all of the food. I just love the way it looks all together. So excited. And then we have Ariel is a separate order. This one I finished up last video, but I'm only packing it up now because this is for somebody local, so I just did it based on when they could pick it up. And then we have this order, which is for the caterpillar and the 2 chicken swings, which if you didn't see the last video, they look like this. They're so cute. Okay, so let's go ahead and get these babies packed up. Okay, we got all 3 orders packed up. They're perfect in the pink packaging I love. If you don't know where my packaging is from, it's from the Boxery. But I did a video where I unboxed these a little while ago, and it is super good quality packaging. I really like it. It does not rip. It's just amazing. I remember I tried to fit a box into a small purple one of these and it didn't fit, and I was forcing it and it still did not tear, which is great. So I highly recommend this stuff. I also got these fun stickers that I'm gonna put on the outside of the packages. How cute is that? My little logo. I got these from Vistaprint, which I will also link below. They're so fun, and they just add that other little personal touch, and it's cool too because it's more advertising. I mean, even the postal workers are gonna see this. Other people are gonna see this who are not just customers, and they might look me up. Who knows? Maybe not. Maybe they will. Even if they don't, it's still a cute little touch that I enjoy and I'm gonna keep doing. So another little thing to think about. Okay, so another thing I wanted to show you guys real quick is I ordered some t-shirts from Vistaprint, and I've gotten quite a few different kinds of shirts, sweatshirts, things like that from Vistaprint before, but I got these ones to list on my website, so I want to show you guys because nobody else has seen them, no one on Instagram or anything like that. So for those of you who don't know, I am a Christian, which yesterday I was wearing a t-shirt and recording and it said Jesus loves you, and I wear my cross pretty much every day or most days. So I want to do a little bit of a rebranding for my business, not a full rebranding, but I just want to intertwine my faith with my business a little bit because those are two things that I'm very passionate about. So I made some t-shirts that say Christ, coffee, and crochet, and I designed them yesterday on Canva, and this is just a little sneak peek of them. I think they turned out really cute. I decided to go with some more simple stuff. Usually my style is a little bit crazy and colorful, but I know not everybody's is, and these are still something that I really like and would wear myself personally. So I figured I'm not trying to sell something that's not me. You know, I wouldn't ever want to sell something that I don't like or have something in my business that I don't like. So these I love. I think they're so pretty. So like I said, this is the first one, and then I made this one too, which this one I like even more. Personally, this one's a little bit more in my style, but still not too out there, I guess. So this is the second one. The last one just had flowers on it and just said Christ, coffee, and crochet. This one says Christ, coffee, and crochet, limited edition with the number 7 because God made the earth in 7 days. And then it says I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, Philippians 4:13. So I just want to show you guys that because I think that is a lot of fun. Something that I'm very excited about incorporating into my business. Something, like I said, I'm just so passionate about is my faith. That will be a fun little addition that I will have. And once those come in, I'll do an unboxing and show you guys what they look like in person. I'm so excited. I only ordered 14 of them, which I know is an odd number, but I'm just going to see how they do it first. Kind of see exactly what I do with them, if I bring them to a market with me, if I list them online. I don't know yet. I'm definitely going to wear my own, but I wanted to show you guys those. The very last thing before I get going, I want to let you guys know that I hit 20,000 followers on Instagram. I am so excited. Thank you so much. And I have a giveaway posted. The giveaway includes a ton of different things, so be sure to go check that out and enter if you want to win some goodies. And yeah, you will have to go check out my Instagram to see everything that's in it. It's gonna be a big one. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.